VOO and QQQ are both powerful ETFs, but many beginners are choosing between them for the wrong reason, and that mistake can quietly cost you years of growth. In this video, I will show you which one most beginners misunderstand and how to choose the right one for your long-term plan. When I first started investing, I thought choosing between ETFs was simple. I opened YouTube. I searched best ETF for beginners, and I kept seeing two names: Vanguard S&P 500 ETF and Invesco QQQ Trust everywhere. Some people said just buy VOO and forget it. Others said QQQ has higher returns, don't miss out. And when you look at past performance charts, QQQ often looks more exciting. Bigger growth, stronger tech exposure, faster gains during bull markets. So naturally, as a beginner, I felt pulled toward QQQ because who does not want faster growth? But here is what I did not understand at that time. Higher returns usually come with higher volatility, and volatility does not show up clearly on performance charts. It shows up during market drops. It shows up when headlines are negative, when tech stocks fall hard, when your portfolio suddenly drops 20, 25, sometimes 30%. That's the moment where the real difference between VOO and QQQ starts to matter. Not on a green year, but on a red one. Most beginners are not choosing between these two ETFs based on risk tolerance. They are choosing based on recent performance. And that's the real mistake. This video is not about saying one ETF is good and the other is bad. Both are strong. Both are popular. Both can build wealth long term. But for beginners between 25 and 45 in the US, the wrong choice at the beginning can create stress, panic selling, and long-term inconsistency. And consistency is what builds passive income. So before we compare returns, before we talk allocations, we need to understand what these ETFs actually represent, because they are not just different tickers. They represent two different investing styles. Next, I will clearly break down what VOO actually owns, how it behaves, and why many investors call it the foundation ETF. Then, we will do the same for QQQ. And after that, the answer will become very clear. Before you choose between VOO and QQQ, you need to understand what VOO actually owns. Vanguard S&P 500 ETF tracks the S&P 500. That means when you buy VOO, you are not buying one company. You are buying small pieces of 500 of the largest companies in the United States. Companies like Apple Inc., Microsoft, Amazon, Johnson & Johnson, Coca-Cola, technology, healthcare, financials, energy, consumer goods. It's broad, it's diversified, it represents the overall U.S. economy. Now here is why that matters. When one sector struggles, another sector often balances it. If tech drops, healthcare might stay stable. If energy rises, it can offset weakness somewhere else. That balance is what makes VOO feel more stable compared to aggressive growth ETFs. Historically, the S&P 500 has delivered around 8 to 10% average annual returns over long periods. Not explosive, not boring, just steady compounding. And steady compounding is powerful, especially for beginners, because the biggest mistake new investors make is not choosing the wrong ETF. It's panic selling. When the market drops, emotions rise. If your investment swings too aggressively, your confidence drops with it. VOO tends to move with the overall market. It can drop during recessions, yes, but it usually does not swing as aggressively as tech-heavy funds. For a 25 to 45-year-old building long-term wealth, this matters, because investing is not just math, it's behavior. If an ETF helps you stay invested through bad years, that ETF is doing its job. Many experienced investors call VOO a core holding, meaning it can be the foundation of your portfolio. Not exciting, not dramatic, but reliable. And when you are building passive income over 10, 20, 30 years, reliability becomes a superpower. Now, this does not mean VOO is automatically better. It just means VOO represents broad exposure, lower concentration risk, smoother ride compared to aggressive tech funds. Next, we will break down QQQ, and that's where you will clearly see why beginners often feel more attracted to it, and why that attraction can sometimes lead to overconfidence. Now let's talk about the ETF that attracts most beginners. Invesco QQQ Trust does not track the entire U.S. economy. It tracks the NASDAQ 100. That means it holds 100 of the largest non-financial companies listed on the NASDAQ exchange. And here is the key difference. QQQ is heavily concentrated in technology and growth companies. Top holdings include Apple Inc., Microsoft, Nvidia, Amazon, Meta Platforms. Notice something? A large portion is tech. That's why during strong bull markets, especially tech rallies, QQQ often outperforms VOO. And when beginners compare charts, this is what they see: higher returns, faster growth, more exciting performance. But But here is what's not obvious at first glance. Concentration increases volatility. When tech is strong, QQQ looks powerful. When tech struggles, QQQ can drop harder than the broader market. We saw this clearly during tech sell-offs. QQQ does not just move with the economy, it amplifies growth cycles. That's not bad, but it requires emotional stability. If you are 28 years old investing for 30 years, volatility might not scare you. But if you are new, checking your portfolio daily, and you see sharp drops, that's when fear kicks in. And beginners often confuse high return potential with better choice. But a better ETF is the one you can hold without panic. QQQ is growth-focused. VOO is broad market balanced. QQQ can outperform in aggressive bull markets. VOO usually provides smoother long-term consistency. So the real question is not, which one returns more? The real question is, which one matches your risk tolerance and behavior? Because the wrong emotional match can cause you to sell at the worst time. And that's how beginners quietly lose years of growth. Now that you understand what each ETF actually represents, the next, we will compare them side by side. Risk, volatility, returns, and which type of beginner each one fits best. You now understand what each ETF holds. Now let's compare them directly. On one side, Vanguard S&P 500 ETF. On the other, Invesco QQQ Trust. This is where beginners usually get confused. First, diversification. VOO holds about 500 of the largest U.S. companies across multiple sectors. QQQ holds 100 large non-financial companies, heavily weighted toward tech. That means VOO kicks broad exposure to the entire U.S. economy. QQQ kicks concentrated exposure to growth and technology. If tech struggles, QQQ feels it more. If one sector slows inside VOO, others may balance it. For beginners, diversification reduces regret risk. Second, volatility, the emotional factor. QQQ moves more aggressively. In strong bull markets, it often rises faster. In market downturns, it usually falls harder. VOO still drops during recessions, but historically, its swings are less extreme than tech-heavy funds. This matters more than most people realize. Because investing is not just about math. It's about behavior. If you panic during a 25% drop and sell, the ETF choice does not matter anymore. You lose the long-term game. Third, growth potential versus stability. QQQ has higher growth potential during innovation-driven cycles. AI, cloud computing, semiconductors, these trends fuel QQQ. VOO grows with the broader economy. Consumer goods, healthcare, industrials, energy, it's balanced. The trade-off is simple. QQQ clock higher upside, potential plus deeper drawdowns. VOO steady, compounding plus smoother ride. Neither is automatically better. It depends on your personality and timeline. Fourth, who should choose what? VOO may make more sense if you are new to investing. You want long-term stability. You prefer fewer emotional swings. You want a core foundation ETF. QQQ may make sense if you understand volatility. You believe strongly in long-term tech dominance. You can tolerate sharper corrections. You are investing with a long horizon. But here is the key truth. Most beginners don't fail because they pick the wrong ETF. They fail because they overestimate their risk tolerance. They choose excitement, then panic during corrections. And that destroys compounding. So the real question is not, which one performs better? The real question is, which one can you hold for 15 to 20 years without selling? Because consistency beats hype. Now that you understand the difference between Vanguard S&P 500 ETF and Invesco QQQ Trust, here is what most beginners get wrong. They think it has to be one or the other. It does not. You can combine them intelligently. First option is the simple core strategy. 80% VOO, 20% QQQ. Why? VOO becomes your foundation. QQQ adds growth acceleration. This gives you broad diversification, exposure to innovation, controlled volatility, emotional stability. For most beginners, this is balanced and sustainable. Second option is the balanced growth strategy. 60% VOO, 40% QQQ. This increases growth exposure, higher upside potential, higher volatility. This works better if you are under 40. You have a long time horizon. You truly understand drawdowns. Third option, single ETF simplicity. If you want maximum simplicity, just hold VOO, one ETF, automatic diversification, no overthinking. Many long-term investors build wealth this way. Simple beats complicated. The real secret that matters more than allocation. Consistency, monthly investing, ignoring short-term noise, not reacting emotionally to headlines. Because allocation matters, but behavior matters more. An average strategy held for 20 years beats a perfect strategy held for 2. So here is the final takeaway. If you want smoother long-term wealth building, lean heavier toward VOO. If you want stronger growth potential and can handle swings, increase QQQ exposure. But whichever you choose, stick with it. Compounding rewards patience, not excitement.